Within SCUBA, there is a certification called Search and Recovery. This class teaches you how to find things that were lost underwater and bring them back to the surface. There are multiple search patterns you learn. Each has its strengths and weaknesses. Another way of saying this is not all recovery missions are the same, and you must use the right search pattern for the job. However, finding the object may be the easy part. Depending on its size, shape, weight, and more, the recovery could be far more difficult. Likewise, in today's world, the hard part of spiritual search and recovery is definitely the recovery portion. It would be amazing if we could swim up to the lost, tie a lift bag to them, and send them straight to heaven, but that's obviously not how it works. Once we locate the lost, we must inspect or look over their specific or individual condition. This will show us if they are entangled, stuck in the mud, or just laying on the bottom. We can find an attachment point that can be used to lift them up, and we can even provide the breath of life. But unlike in a SCUBA recovery, when it comes to a spiritual recovery, we can't actually lift them. And that's the hardest part. We have to acknowledge that only they can inflate the lift bag of faith in their own life. If you find a lost diver who just ran out of gas on the bottom, you can give them your safe second, but you can't make them breathe. Jesus is the one who gave Adam the breath of life. Jesus lifted Adam from the dust and clay. Jesus went to the depths of Sheol for us. Jesus promised us in Mark 3, verses 28 and 29, that the only sin that cannot be forgiven is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. Now, before you think of all the times you cursed God or used His name in vain, and now believe you are in an unrecoverable descent, stop. What Jesus meant was if you reject His offer of salvation, if you refuse to accept His sacrifice, then you will be lost. But if you are watching this right now, that time has not come. Nothing you have done is excluding you from being able to go to heaven. All you need to do is ask God to forgive you and allow Jesus to take your place. Once you accept Jesus, the lift bag fills and you start to ascend. But that's not the end. In fact, getting off the bottom isn't the hardest part. Getting items off the bottom and to the surface in a controlled manner while maintaining proper buoyancy on the way is hard. We have to raise them up in a way that does not cause injury to anyone. Think in terms of a rapid ascent causing an overexpansion injury. Just like in our lives, we will go up faster at times and slower at other times. We may have to make a decompression or safety stop, or we may even start to descend again. All of that is perfectly normal. In fact, it's only by ascending and descending that we learn Jesus will never give you too much gas or success, which can bring pride. Likewise, He won't let out too much, allowing anyone to sink further than we need to. God sees all of eternity in the present. God knows if there's a boat coming, or someone in poor visibility is using a DPV coming right at you. So the hard part is to learn to trust Him, regardless of if you are ascending or descending, and enjoy the dive. For full messages, please follow us on the Canton Covenant group channel. God bless, and dive safe.